Hi, this is Mike Hendrickson from Strata Hadoop World in New York. I'm here with Bob Eve and Rob Novak. How you guys doing?
Great today.
Doing pretty good.
You're both with Cisco.
Yep.
Yes.
Can you tell me what you two do at Cisco?
Sure, I'll go first. I'm in the data and analytics group. I'm a technical marketing director, so I try to bring new products to market.
Okay.
I'm in the Americas Partner Organization. I focus on big data technologies and software vendors and integrating their stories in with Cisco's technology and getting that story communicated out to our customers, to our partners, and to other ISVs.
Excellent. That sounds like fun, actually.
It is.
So let me ask you, you had a couple announcements here this week. Can you explain what they are?
Yeah, one of them is Cisco Data Preparation. And that's the product I'm helping launch. It's a lot of fun because it really meets critical customer need that's converging from two trends. One trend is just the big data. Here we are at Strata Hadoop World, and the opportunity of big data and impact the business and competition and new outcomes and successes. The other is that kind of self-service trend that we've seen with the Tableaus and the ClickText and the business taking charge of their own analysis and reporting. What's happening is those two trends are converging, and the problem is that everyone's now kind of choking on all the data and how to integrate the data. And IT's overloaded already and has been. And so can the business folks take on some of those data integration challenges themselves the way they took on the reporting and analytics challenges with something like Tableau or Qlik? And that's really what's the problem that Cisco Data Preparation solves. We really meet that need.
Excellent. And then the other announcement was around?
We had an announcement about supporting the IBM Big Data Platform, which is sort of a follow-on to a relationship with IBM that we've had for quite some time. We've been working with their VersaStack offering on UCS hardware as a storage platform, but now we're supporting their big data platform as well to go along with our relationships over the past several years with MapR, with Hortonworks, with Cloudera, and with a number of other big data vendors.
So there's a saying, every company is a data company.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me why Cisco is a data company?
Can you start with that?
Sure. Well, for one thing, everybody knows Cisco for networking, and even if you're not doing software-defined networking, the network generates a lot of data. You have to keep track of where data is going, where your network flows are, how much is going where you have performance issues or bottlenecks, and all of that has been basically dropping on the floor for decades. You start troubleshooting something when it causes a problem for a person. But by using the data that's generated by a number of Cisco products, whether it's networking, whether it's the UCS server line, whether it's wireless, unified communication, we can pull that all together, integrate it using big data technologies, both for our internal use, which we do quite a bit of, 75,000 plus employees or whatever we have these days, generate a lot of data, a lot of network traffic to monitor, and then we can take that story out to our customers who are going through possibly a slightly different scale of the same technology, the same troubleshooting, the same performance and capacity management.
Excellent.
Yeah, and I'd add, the center of data traditionally has been the data center, and we've got some great data center products, of course. Mm-hmm. But what's happening now with the Internet of Things and the digitization of the physical world is now we have all these devices that are generating data nonstop. Smart buildings, smart hospital rooms, Fitbits, etc. And who touches that data first? Cisco. Because we connect that data through to other systems and the rest of the world. So there's going to have to be data continuing in the central data centers and the warehouses in the traditional world, but out at the edge of the network, out where the physical devices are, there's just going to be so much data that we're going to really have to process it, analyze it, some of it there, a lot of it there, and then a subset of that will make it to the data center.
So it starts connecting through Cisco, and yeah.
We at Cisco love to connect things.
Yes, yes. So you also have some data tools in Cisco, like your data preparation tool suite, whatever you...
Yeah.
Yeah. How does that give someone an advantage by using that?
Yeah, so the new data preparation offering is aimed for business analysts. And they have to do the traditional work of kind of getting the data sets together in order to do the analysis. And it turns out that data preparation time can take as much as 80% of the project time, just making two data sets work together, getting the quality right, preparing it before you even put it into something like Tableau. So what we've done with Cisco Data Preparation is give them an Excel-like interface with some kind of a bat belt of tools that go with it to turn these mere business analysts into superhero data scientists. So we kind of help them do that, and then we've put it on our intelligent stack of our Hadoop infrastructure and that sort of thing, Spark, and that's really scalable. So we can bring in tons of data, as much data as they'd ever want to have, and we can use the power, the compute power, to do some of those bat belt kind of machine intelligence activities to give them things. So a couple of things that really help those analysts.
So it's interesting because you don't think of Cisco. I always think of you as a hardware type company, and like every company is a software company and a data company. So you guys have both the experience in both worlds, there, hardware and software.
Yeah.
And probably even if you think about services now with what you're offering here.
Definitely.
So you guys are bringing those three things together. Which of your partners and industries that you work with do you see needing this the most or knowing they need it the most?
You want to start with that?
Sure. It's a good question, and there's a lot of different answers for it because everybody needs that guidance.
Everyone needs it, and do they all
do they know they need it? Some of them do. And in the big data field, it's very important because there's hundreds of different projects. There have been 3 or 4 announced this week, I believe, new ones that were announced in the keynotes yesterday and today. And most of the people who are actually deploying big data platforms don't know what to do with them or where they're going to fit into an environment. Does this solve my problem? Do I even know what my problem is? So a lot of the benefits that Cisco brings to this game would be being able to piece these together. We have a lot of customers who are using a lot of these products already, and we can say, okay, you're in this market, you're in this vertical industry. This is what the other people in your industry are putting together. And that gives them an idea, even if they're not at the point where they're going to roll out 16 different products and integrate them on a 10,000 server farm. They know where they're headed, they know which pieces to look at, and we come in as a trusted advisor because they've trusted us with their networks for decades. They've trusted us with their virtualization and server environments for half a decade or more, and we can bring it in and put all the pieces together for them. Excellent. With our partners, our channel, our solutions integrators.
And I think on the big data infrastructure itself, what we've done is we've taken pieces like the storage and the network and the compute and the management and unified those and made that simpler so that we can take on these other problems that are still hard. And I think that's an important aspect of what we're trying to do at Cisco.
Excellent. So my last question for both of you, same question. If you fast forward 12 months from now and we have this conversation next year here, what will change with Cisco and what you're doing in the data world from your perspective and then from your perspective?
I think what we'll see is continued business user adoption because we're continuing to make the tools and capabilities more useful to them, and then that creates a larger available market because more people can do the work, and then that creates more business benefit for those companies. So I think that's what we're going to see, a lot more the business involvement, make it easy for them, and drive business value.
Excellent.
I would say we're going to see everything get bigger. Strata is going to be a lot bigger next year. I'm pretty sure we may outgrow the Javits Center. But the customers we have who've been running big data on our platforms for a couple of years are going to be scaling beyond that. They're going to be needing faster, lower latency technologies. There's going to be new technologies that come up, more that mature. Spark, I don't think Spark is going to displace MapReduce in the next 12 months, but there's going to be a lot more people using it for a lot more use cases, on a lot more servers, on a lot more data. Because one of the reasons we call it big data is it's not small. It doesn't get smaller. If it does, you're doing something wrong. So we're going to see that grow. We're going to see companies that are today wandering around thinking, what am I doing? Next year, they're going to be here saying, what am I doing next? Or what am I doing wrong? Or what's going to make the most benefit for my business?
Excellent. Rob and Bob, we look forward to having that conversation next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you as well.